Hi guys, in this video I have a huge pen haul for you worth INR 6000. All of these are brush pens that you can use for modern calligraphy. So yes, you will find a lot of variety here. I got all of these pens from Stationery Pal and they arrived in a cute box along with some adorable goodies. I had such a hard time deciding on which pens to include in this haul. That's because Stationery Pal has such a huge collection on their website with reasonable pricing. Additionally, they have some popular Japanese brands that they ship to India. You guys should totally check it out. Now let's see what's inside the box. I'll save you the pain of slowly revealing each and every item, and that's why I have laid down all of these here. I'll be swatching and reviewing each of these pens as we move along. So, before we begin, quickly subscribe to my channel and stay tuned till the end to check out all of these brush pens with me. First of all, let me walk you through all the contents of this box one by one. I have to start with this heart-shaped bubble wrap. Unbelievable, right? And then some paper confetti. Also, all of this is mildly scented and is so pleasant. Now, getting to the pens. Here are these dual tip brush pens by Tombow. These are some of the most commonly used pens for brush calligraphy. These are for approximately $29 or INR 2200. These are the newly launched Pentile Sign brush pens in pastel shades. They have both dark and light pastel shades and are one of the best small tip brush pens. These are for approximately $24 or INR 1800. Here are the Zig Brushables. These are really cool brush pens. I like them because of their medium flex tips, and that's why I ordered these. These are for approximately $3 each or INR 250. I have 3 of these here. These are the Zig Feud Biore metallic brush pens. As I said, I really like brush pens from Zig, so I thought of going with these metallic brush pens. Plus, they have been on my list for quite some time now. These are for $2 each or INR 160. I have 9 of these here. If you're looking for the product details, I'll link all of them in the description below. Apart from this, Stationery Pal also sent these cute erasers, badges, a teddy bear, and some really cool stickers. My personal favorite are the ones with these cute brush calligraphy. Okay, now let's get started with swatching these pens. For this, I'll be using Bristol paper. This is a 200 GSM smooth paper that protects the tip of your brush pen from fraying sooner than intended. For brush pens, the rule of thumb is to use smooth paper. Another paper that I use for regular practice is JK Cedar printing paper. It does a great job in preventing the tips of my new brush pens from fraying faster. I'll link all of these in the description below. Let's start with the Pentile Sign brush pens. These are not actually new to me. I've been using them for more than 4 years now. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably know that these are one of my favorite small tip brush pens. They recently launched this pastel palette and I've been waiting to get my hands on it. These pens have soft tips which give you a great contrast between your thick and thin strokes. Also, you can use this range of tip flexibility to create a variety of letters ranging from smaller X heights to larger X heights. If you are a beginner, you can totally invest your money in these brush pens, being small tip that don't feel as intimidating as a big brush pen and help you get started with calligraphy without much hesitation. Plus, they last really long. As I said, I have one set that is 4 years old and the pens are still working like brand new, with minimal signs of wear and tear. I also sometimes use them on watercolor paper, which is textured and hence not recommended for brush pens. But the tips of these pens are able to endure the coarse texture and give amazing results. As you can see, they write beautifully, and that's why I didn't mind getting another set in pastel shades. Moreover, I really like the range of colors they have offered here, from dark to light. They complement each other very well. You can also use these light pastel shades to add shadows to the dark ones. The next is the Zig Feud Biore metallic brush pens. As you can see, I'm first trying them out on black paper. That's because metallic brush pens look better on black due to the high contrast between the background and foreground. This is the first time I'm trying out these pens, and I really like the medium flexibility of the nib. Especially if you're a beginner, medium flex pens help you develop control over the pen easily. Moreover, they help you draw those fine upstrokes without any shakiness. Also, these nib sizes are a good size for brush lettering. They neither write too small nor write too big that you need to use your full arm. I really like the metallic sheen of these brush pens. They are quite juicy and the colors are vibrant. All the colors are opaque when dry. Now let's try them out on white Bristol paper. The nib rebound of these pens is amazing. It means that the nib bounces back to its original shape as soon as you release the pressure from the downstroke. I've heard from fellow calligraphers that these pens last really long, and from my experience with the nib of these brush pens, I think it might be true. But yes, time will tell. So this is how they look on white and black paper. As I had mentioned earlier, they look much better on black paper. Next we'll check out the Tombow Dual Tip brush pens. These are one of the most popular brush pens and you might have seen them with almost every calligrapher or lettering artist on Instagram. Surprisingly, this is my first set of using Tombow Dual Tip brush pens. Although I have tried them out previously, I had earlier purchased one single black pen but didn't like them as much. I found the nib of these pens very rigid and couldn't get a good contrast in between the thick and thin strokes. However, at that time I was still learning to do brush calligraphy. So now I thought I should give a fair chance to these pens, and that's why I have included them in the haul. They are called dual tip pens because one side of the pen is a brush marker and the other is a fine tip marker. So you can do both calligraphy and hand lettering with these pens. Also, using them now, I feel they are medium flex brush pens and will be great for beginners. It has definitely changed my opinion, and I'm glad that I gave these pens a second chance. Apart from calligraphy, these pens are known for the beautiful blends you can create with them. It also comes with a colorless blender pen that helps you blend two colors seamlessly. I'm not very skilled with blending, so don't judge me here. I'm just doing this to show you guys. But yeah, if you have any suggestions for me, please leave them in the comments below. Next, let's see Zig Brushables. Here I have only 3 pens, but they come in a variety of colors. These are also dual tip brush pens. However, here both of the tips are brush pens, unlike the Tombow ones that we just saw. Also, they are different shades of the same color. This makes them 6 brush pens in total. I love these brush pens because of their apt tip flexibility, and I feel they are the perfect large tip brush pens for beginners. I would even recommend them over Tombow Dual Tip brush pens any day. Also, my experience with these pens has been great. They last really long. The tip does not fray fast and the ink is also sufficient. That's why I didn't mind buying a few more shades that I didn't have. So this is how 6,000 rupees of brush pens look like. What do you think? Were you expecting more? Or are you surprised that you can get so many pens in 6K? And which ones were your favorite? Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I loved reviewing these pens. If yes, then please subscribe to my channel for more such videos. You can get all these pens from Stationery Pal. I'll link all of these in the description below. Let me know which other pens would you like me to review next. Till then, bye bye.